What is up, big dogs? Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're well. Today we're going over some newer mint releases that you gotta know about. Some of the best stuff that's come out over the past couple of years or so. So roughly 2022 until now, 10 of those releases that you gotta know. They're so good, so good. And as of when I'm shooting this video, there are a lot of fragrances that have been announced for 2024 that I'm looking forward to, that I'm anticipating are gonna be fantastic as well. I just don't have them yet. You know, they haven't come up for sale, or I haven't gotten them in the mail from where I ordered them. Because today I ordered the new Luna Rossa Sport, I ordered Lacoste Original, and I also ordered the new Amen Phantasm. So 3 fragrances I ordered today, and then of course there's Eros Energy coming up, just a lot of stuff. So all the fragrances that I talked to you guys about here today are gonna be linked in the description as usual. I was gonna say down below, but you know, YouTube thought that was not a good idea. They decided to put it over there, or is it over here? They put it wherever they want to put it, I guess. So the description, find it. That's where they are. Let's get it started with a good one, a darn good one. Scandal Absolu from Jean Paul Gaultier. Now, I have harped about the Scandal line for a minute. The original Scandal, Scandal Le Parfum, and also this one as being, at least in the US, kind of under the radar compliment monsters. Scandal is a fragrance line that in the US is not massively popular, but it works just as well as fragrances that are extremely popular. So it has that mass appeal, it has that ease of use, but it's gonna come across a little bit more unique. Again, at least in the US where I live, and also Canada. Probably Mexico too, if I had to guess. Probably the Caribbean also. Central America as well. Yeah, South America, I bet so. But anyway, Scandal works. Absolutely works. And this one, I think, is the best of the bunch, this new flanker right here. The note breakdown is pretty simple. It has Mirabelle, no, not from Encanto, Mirabelle Plum. It also has chestnut and sandalwood. And it just has an extremely addictive quality to it. This is one of the nicer fragrances that has released this year, one of the absolute best. So maybe you wanna wait for it to pop up at discounters so you can scoop it up for a little bit less, but at least in the US, you can order it from Harrods. And I know it's not like the easiest way to go about it, but you can still get it, and it is worth getting. After that, Aqua de Parfum. This is the 2024 iteration. I say that because, of course, there was Aqua de Parfum 2023, the year it released, but it is slightly different now. So they changed the bottle sizes. This is a 100 ml size bottle right here. Has a nice magnetic cap, you know I appreciate that. And they basically kind of brought the fragrance in a little bit more in line with Profumo. So Aqua de Parfum, you know, it came out and they said, okay, that's cool. It was in a different bottle size then. I think it was 75 and 125 mils. They changed it, now it's in 50 and 100 size. So depending on where you look right now, you can find both iterations. And that's probably the easiest way to tell the difference is the bottle size difference. You could also check badge codes and things like that. Suffice it to say though, as time goes forward, that original 2023 version of Aqua de Parfum is gonna get pretty rare, actually, when you think about it. Because it only lasts for a year. So you've got that 1 year of production of the OG Aqua de Parfum before they went, nope, here you go. So something to think about. You know, maybe you want to scoop those up because as time goes, you know, if this lasts another, who knows, 5-10 years as Aqua de Parfum, you're gonna have that many years of this, you would think anyway, and then you're gonna have 1 year of when it first came out. But anyway, Aqua de Parfum 2024, this one is closer to Profumo, smells absolutely fantastic. And if you are a big fan of Aqua de Profumo, you should scoop this one up if you've had a lack of that fragrance in your life and you want to scratch that itch again. Really, really well done. One of the best Aqua de Jo's that you can buy right now. For me, it's Profundo and this one. Those are the two best. Again, just to my own personal taste, not including discontinued ones. From there, Polo 67 from Ralph Lauren. This is a fragrance that when I first got it in, I sprayed it on and I felt a little underwhelmed, if I'm honest. The very first time I sprayed it, I was like, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's fine for summer. It's all right, it's all right. It's good, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay, it's good, it's all right. Then as time went on, I was like, you know, I want to go ahead and give that another wear. Just try it out again, you know, let's see if it's a little, I sprayed my hand again, see if it's a little different. Take a shot every time I spray my hand when I'm trying to spray a tester strip. Haha, you're dead. That many shots, that's alcohol poisoning. It's like I have to spray my hand. I don't know why. I miss, I awful aim, I don't know. But I go back to it again. Oh, it smells nicer this time. Let me just, let's try it again. See how it is. Oh, I actually really like that. Yeah, I'll wear it again. It becomes one of those things. It's, you know, not a fragrance that does anything insanely new, but what it does so well. It's so easy to wear, and it does have an addictive quality to it. They put a little special something in there where you just want to keep going back to it and going back to it, going back to it. Really nice summertime scent. Got some citrus in there, pineapple off the top, sweet, fresh, lively, zingy. As it dries down, vetiver, juniper, sage. I mean, again, it's not anything crazy, but it's just good. It's a little bit like Ralph Lauren's version or take on a myself style fragrance, but this one is zingier, it's zestier, it's more playful, you know, it's got less of that orange blossom, that white floral aspect. Instead, it's got like a fresh herbaceousness to it. It's just really good. Like I've said 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, it invades your brain. I don't know what to tell you. Guys, before we hop on over to this next fragrance, here are codes. Look at those. Would you look at it? Just look at it. If you shop at any of these websites, use those codes to save money. Through the power of Ralph Lauren Polo 67, I'm controlling your mind. But yeah, there's a lot of different websites there. You got some that have niche fragrances, stuff like Max Aroma, Twisted Lily. You have discounters there like the Perfume Box and also Fragflex. And then you've got some good old-fashioned cologne fragrances, not cologne, clone. Triple Traders and all the other websites as well. Quite nice. Check those out. Let's keep it moving. Burberry Hero, the Eau de Parfum. Burberry Hero, quite successful. It's a win that Burberry needed. And I'm glad that they got that win because maybe they can give us some more stuff that's just good or great. But Burberry Hero is a really nice fragrance, very easy to wear. The Eau de Parfum is my personal favorite, but the Eau de Toilette would work quite well if you're looking for just like a year-round, daytime or evening or work or casual or literally anywhere type of woody scent. Like I said though, I think the Eau de Parfum as of right now, that's gonna be my choice. Ooh, I caught the tip of my thumb there. It was a little better of a spray. The Eau de Parfum still has that cedar that it carries over from the Eau de Toilette. That's kind of the backbone of the Hero line, 3 different types of cedar. But then this one has a little more of an ambery, resinous sweetness to it. Makes it a little bit darker, a little bit heavier, but more interesting to me. A great designer scent, in spite of some of the hate that Hero initially caught. I really like the Eau de Parfum. I think it stands out quite well and is decently unique also. So solid scent. And again, they give me the magnetic cap that automatically counts for +1 point. I'm not serious, but at the same time, I am. Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum Intense is the next choice. Now I know when it comes to the Y line, a lot of people would say Y Eau de Parfum, that's the best one, or Y Lip Parfum, that's the best one, or maybe even Y Live or Y Eau de Toilette or Y Elixir. I know when it comes to the Y line, a lot of people would say, Y Eau de Parfum's the best, or Y Lip Parfum is the best, or maybe even Y Live or Y Eau de Toilette. But those came out before 2022. I know it's pretty close to the cutoff. Why Le Parfum was 2021, so close. But if we're talking about the newer ones, I think I'd go for this one. I would pick this over Y Elixir when you consider the value proposition. You know, when that comes into play, I think that this is the better buy for more people. This one from discounters for 100 ml is gonna be about $90 to $95 in the US, whereas Y Elixir for a 2-ounce bottle, 60 milliliters, you're looking at like 110 for a tester. And if you get a full presentation, you know, it's gonna be a little more than that, you know, 140 depending on where you're looking. So I would just go for this one. It's not that Y Elixir smells bad. That's not the problem. The problem is that it's an elixir, so you think it's gonna be the halo, the best one, the highest quality, just blows everything else away. And then you smell it and you're like, yeah, I mean, it's nice. But is it $180 at full retail for 2 ounces nice? No, not really. And you can actually draw comparisons. You can draw parallels between Y Elixir and this one. I mean, they're different, yeah, but are they like really different? No. Ginger, juniper, sage, vetiver, bergamot, some of the notes in the fragrance here. It has that sweetness you would expect from a Y fragrance, but it's a little more aromatic. It has a nice classiness to it, extremely easy to wear, good compliment puller, everything you would expect from a Y fragrance, this one does. And I just think, again, that when you put this up against Y Elixir and you compare price points and you compare projection, longevity, everything else, what the fragrance does when you would wear it, I gotta go with this one. And also I wanted to put a YSL in this one, but I didn't want to put myself in again, so Another Armani Code Parfum gracing us with its presence. This was the fragrance that kicked off the new Armani Code presentation style, and they gave us a magnetic cap. The Eau de Toilette does not have a magnetic cap. That's how you know you got the pricey one, the Parfum, because you go, wow, what you looking there? Oh, golly gee. Eau de Toilette peasants out there with the click cap. Ooh. So Code Parfum is a good fragrance, nay, maybe a great fragrance. It has a really, really pleasant opening, more freshness than I expected the first time I smelled this. Yeah, just whew, nice. You can wear this stuff about year round, even though it's Code Parfum. You would expect it would be much heavier, darker, funkier maybe, but no. Fresh in the opening, classy in the dry down, wonderful iris note in that scent. Just a great, great release. Although I do take some issue with Code, Armani killing off Code Absolute and Code Profumo and everything else and just streamlining it with these new bottles, but you know, win some, you lose some, I guess. Oh, this one is so good. Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense. This is, as of now, the pinnacle of the Born in Roma line. Yes, Coral Fantasy's good, we all know that. The name is maybe iffy, a little questionable. Not as questionable as Yellow Dream, though. Yellow Dream is, ooh, that's a name that, I don't know, I should have run that by somebody. I got a great idea for a fragrance, Yellow Dream. Should have been at least one person who's like, but that kind of sounds like when a little kid pees in the bed at night, like he had a yellow dream. And they go, ah, you're right, I got it. We'll make an aquatic fragrance and call it Wet Dream. That's pretty good. It's gonna sell like hotcakes, trust me. So yeah, they stick with the more reasonable name here. Born in Roma Intense. It works. This stuff is absolutely killer. Smells awesome up close, smells even better in the air. Projection is big, longevity is nice. Get that vanilla going in there, the vetiver that it has, just the right amount of sweetness with the little masculine woodiness underneath. That is a weapon. I love this. I would wear this all year. I do wear this all year. Then we got Reserve Privé making an appearance, Gentleman Reserve Privé. Now I know Society, you know, the 2 Society fragrances, those could be featured here as well. They're kind of taking the Gentleman line in a slightly different direction. You know, it's not completely abandoned what Gentleman has been up to this point, but it's a little bit different. Reserve Privé, it's kind of like the halo fragrance of Gentleman if you enjoy that type of iris that the Gentleman line has had up to that point, or had up to that point, or had up until that point. Now, I am not saying Reserve Privé is like so good, you don't need any of the others, you know, the Eau de Toilette Intense or Boisé or anything, because those are also extremely well done. But for a lot of guys out there, Reserve Privé is the one that just kind of, you know, worked the best. Like everything came in line and it was just chef's kiss. Little gourmand touch to it, boozy touch to it, elevating that iris, making it smell sexy and seductive while still maintaining that classiness. So gotta go with this one, Reserve Privé, great stuff. We got the new Invictus right here. Invictus Parfum from Rabanne, Paco Rabanne. Almost feels like, you know, Yves Saint Laurent with just Saint Laurent. Like sometimes that's, whoa. It almost feels like Paco Rabanne looked over at Yves Saint Laurent, where, you know, they dropped the Yves. It's just Saint Laurent. And then Paco Rabanne was like, Rabanne. It's got a ring to it. I know that's not apples to apples necessarily, but still. So Invictus Parfum gets a cool looking new bottle. It's a, you know, not a massive difference, just looks more sleek, more modern here. Given these lines, this sharper profile to it when you take a look at it, it does look higher end. Like when you look at this side by side with Invictus Platinum or something, it just looks nicer somehow, less gaudy. Invictus Platinum with the bulbous rounded bottom and the tramp stamp wings tattooed on the front of the bottle, and you got this nice looking guy right here with that gradient going on. So this smells, you know, it smells similar to Invictus Legend given a twist. You have marine notes in here, musk, lavender, and a soapy accord as well. And it does smell less bubblegummy sweet, a little cleaner, with a lot of like a fuzzy cashmerean kind of zinginess to it as well. Good performance like you would expect from an Invictus. And it's a fragrance that actually I don't mind. And I have been traditionally an Invictus hater. A lot of Invictus fragrances I've not really been keen on, but this one, as far as an Invictus style Invictus fragrance, I know that sounds weird, is a good one. And what I mean by that, of course, is having that Invictus DNA that was set in stone with the OG, with the original, because Invictus Victory, Victory Elixir, those don't actually really smell like Invictus if you're comparing it to the OG. But I actually like those the most. All right, let's wrap it up. The Scent Elixir from Hugo Boss. This is a good elixir. I talked about why elixir and, you know, sharing my little bit of disappointment maybe, but the Scent Elixir, it's good. It's warm, spicy, sweet. It's got lavender in there, touch of woodiness. It is similar to the Scent Magnetic, which is also very, very good. And actually I had the Scent Magnetic originally that I was gonna put in this list, and I was like, well, let's put the Elixir in instead. They're both really awesome though. This does have kind of a sweet vanilla-like undertone or even overtone to the fragrance, even though that's not an official note. So you could find, along with that similarity to the Scent Magnetic, similarities to some other pretty big releases out there. You know, Victory Elixir from Paco Rabanne, Invictus Victory Elixir. Maybe some of the 1 millions, stuff like that. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff out there where you can draw like a little piece here, a little piece there, and say, oh, the Scent Elixir's got some of that in there. But at the end of the day, this, as it is, stunning. Absolutely killer. I love the scent. I know that it's not necessarily super massive in the US, but the scent has some great releases. So there we go, guys. There are 10 newer releases right there that I think are all really, really well done. And we have so many more coming out this year. Who knows what next year has? So hopefully some good ones still yet to come. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.